There's certainly no shortage of scandals to report on this week. What with the Benghazi hearings, the IRS scandal, the Associated Press wiretap scandal, the Obama administration is not having a very good week. It's not like I don't have a lot to say about all that either. However, in this debut edition of the Tuesday Tick, I'm going to pass over all these obvious items and zero in on something that is not getting nearly as much attention. I feel this is a critical story that epitomizes the most important crisis facing our society today. This week, the Boy Scouts of America will be holding a meeting of delegates from Boy Scout councils everywhere in America to vote on a very critical issue. The very future of this iconic organization hangs in the balance. The Scouts have become the target of gay rights activist groups regarding the long-standing policy regarding refusing membership to anyone that is openly homosexual. Now that the issue of homosexual membership in Boy Scouts of America has reared its head, it's not going to just go away. BSA has been forced into a position where a response is mandatory, and it appears as if Scouting will suffer regardless of the response taken. If they choose to maintain a policy of excluding homosexuals as members, well, they'll open the gates to lawsuits and a fast track to the end of Scouting as we know it. If they give in completely to the demands of the activists, they invite scores of internal problems that at this point I don't believe are fully realized. And quite frankly, I don't think Scouting would survive. If they accept a half and half measure, allowing gay boys to be members but excluding gay adults, then they leave the organization open to endless problems as well. Foremost in my mind would be the question, what would happen to a gay Boy Scout after he earns his Eagle? Shall he then be excluded from adult membership? I fear that the activists that are pressing this issue are not so much motivated by a desire to ensure that homosexuals have the right to be members in Boy Scouts, as they are motivated in bringing the destruction of Boy Scouts altogether. I believe that unless the Boy Scouts of America is very careful, that might be the outcome. There is a way to deal with this that can effectively resolve the issue. Whenever faced with a dilemma, when it seems like there is no safe option, we need to carefully examine the situation and hold it up against a moral ruler. What needs to be determined is what is right and what is wrong. When we identify the truth with a capital T and hold fast to it, no matter what happens, we will win. In history, there has been no greater teacher of truth than Jesus. He ate with sinners. He forgave the sinners, but never condoned the sin. Where are your accusers? He asked the adulteress. There are none. They have gone, she replied. Neither do I accuse you. Go and sin no more. He tells a parable of a farmer with a bumper crop of the finest wheat, and someone scatters seeds of weeds among the crop. The workers ask, should we pull out the weeds? No, you'll just destroy the whole crop. Wait until harvest time, and then I'll separate the weed and cast them into the fire. Now I understand that when the National Council of the Boy Scouts of America meets, they will be voting simply yes or no to either keeping the current policy of exclusion or approving a new policy that will allow homosexual boys to be Boy Scouts. I know that what I am about to suggest is not an option on the table, but I sure do wish it would be. There are two core principles at hand, and in each they should simply do the right thing. First, the Boy Scouts of America should not cave in and change their policies about morality and character. Second, it is not right to exclude any boy from Scouting. This is where the rubber meets the road. I propose the following. Regarding membership in Boy Scouts of America, for those people identifying themselves as having same-sex attraction, the Boy Scouts of America should assert the following two core principles. 1. Boy Scouts of America takes the position that any sexual activity outside of marriage between one man and one woman is morally unacceptable. 2. Boy Scouts of America will not exclude anyone from membership, either as a Boy Scout or as an adult leader, based on that individual's sexual identity. It is not a sin or a crime to identify oneself as a homosexual. However, it is morally wrong to engage in sexual behavior outside of marriage. As an organization, Boy Scouts of America should officially adopt the definition of marriage as the union between one man and one woman. In other words, it's not wrong to be gay. It's just wrong to engage in immoral sexual behavior. Here's the really important part. You see, if they proclaim a formal affirmation that these two core principles are true, then the issue will work itself out. If the Boy Scouts of America embrace these two statements as part of its core beliefs, then the onus will be transferred to the individual. If anyone identifies themselves as homosexual and they really want to join, they are welcome to be a member of Boy Scouts. However, they will have to understand that they are joining an organization that holds fast to a basic tenet of morality, that disapproves of sex outside of marriage and officially recognizes marriage as only the union of one man and one woman. In this manner, we are loving the sinner while not accepting the sin. Both of these positions are founded in truth and are not mutually exclusive. Every boy deserves to be a scout. No exclusions. But we should always hold firm to moral principles. We should allow anyone that wants to join. But we never waver on morality. We should not condemn anyone for being gay. But we should also hold fast to the truth about sexual morality. Now, I know this isn't going to be an option this week when the delegates at the Boy Scouts vote. I'm afraid that if this is just an up or down vote, the Boy Scouts of America will lose either way it goes. If they cave in and throw out their values, scouting will crumble from within. If they hold their ground and refuse to change, scouting could be destroyed from without. If only they had the option to just stick with what is right, then maybe they'd stand a chance. God help the Boy Scouts of America.
This has been a Sunfish production.